years ago, I couldn't sit still for 30 seconds, much less do, you know, a 20-minute meditation. So it's kind of funny that something happened. And I'm like, well, if that can happen, well, can't my relationship with my body also happen? Isn't that possible? And so I've started to do some things that I've been really moving more towards a vegan diet. Not intentional. I'm not stripping everything away. What I did is my brother started drinking these protein shakes. They're meal replacement shakes. And I made fun of him because the name of it's very funny. I will share that with you guys. So it's Huel, Huel. I'm not promoting it. I'm just telling you this is what I'm doing. And I hate protein shakes because they always have that saccharin, like overly sweet, which is not my thing. Even if it's stevia or whatever, I just never liked it. But this doesn't. And it has been easier for me. I don't have cravings. I don't have a desire to overeat. It's not that I never do. It's not that I never crave salt or anything like that, but it balances me out. So I replaced 2 of my meals. That way I'm drinking tons of water. I still drink coffee. I love coffee. I don't really want to give it up. By the way, thank you, Brianna. Victoria's Secret Zip Up Sports Bra. I got that. That's great. Oh, I love it. It's like duct tape. I'm getting it. All right, I'm in. Thank you. Because seriously, this is a big deal. And so what I did is I started, I thought, what can I do with what I have? Well, I have a yoga mat. I have TV. I have Prime. I'm like, I bet on Prime there's some sort of free yoga thing. Sure enough, there's a free yoga thing. And I like this woman. Oh my gosh, Julia something. You think Julia Marie. She has a 30-day yoga thing. So I started that. And I love it. And it's gentle. She's teaching. She's teaching while we're moving, while we're in position. I'm loving it. I'm walking more. I even started running a little bit. God help me. So why am I sharing all this? I'm not bragging, because believe me, I've got a ways to go. And what I realize is that it's not, the story is no longer about the weight. The story that is emerging in my consciousness is about having a body that is strong and capable, that will help me to do what I'm here to do each and every day. And that can be being on video. It can be playing with my daughter on the floor, getting up and getting down and doing all the things. Yes, I will share more information on Huel. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, like I honestly can say it. What was I going to say? Like, I just want to have a body that is a match for what I'm doing, you know, spiritually, that is a container, because I'm here and I can't afford to be at war with myself. And so today I was talking with the friends, and we were talking about, you know, the conditions that we live in. We talk a lot about conditions, don't we? We talk a lot about that. We talk about what are these conditions that are in our way, and it's our thoughts, our beliefs, ideas. Sometimes it's just social norms. It's what we've grown up with, right? And so I wrote this. We were talking about love, and I'm trying to find what I wrote because I thought it was really important. Oh, if we are at war with our body, right? If we ourselves are at war with our body, then how do we have the time or the energy to bring forth what we want in the world, the peace or the connection or the love, right? What we end up doing is we are blocking ourselves from being that vessel to receive the light that we are getting every day in this meditation, right? But then then what happens is we get back to the real world. How many of us have that in our thoughts? We're going to go back to the real world after the meditation, and then life is just shit. Or I've got clients, or I've got people, you don't know my boss, Nea. You don't know where I work, Nea. I'm like, right, I totally get it. Like conditions. We are doing it to ourselves. I can't like myself until I'm this size. My friend was talking about, even just putting lotion in our body, and how many times after a shower or something, we put lotion on, we look at parts of us and we go, ugh, oh, I just wish I were thinner. Oh, I don't like myself. I don't like my stomach. I don't like how this looks. And think about that. This is us. This is our body. And what happens? Can you imagine talking to a child that way? Can you imagine talking to your child and saying, oh, look at that body? How can you stand yourself? Think about it. What we are doing is we are traumatizing and re-traumatizing ourselves every day. And as women, we are practiced in this for each other and for ourselves. We have been trained, habituated to compare on everything, and then to run that story on ourselves constantly. And what happens to somebody who is constantly told they're not good enough, that their body is ineffective, that there is something wrong? How willing is that person to stand up and speak their truth? How willing is that person to trusting that they are divine, that they have access to all that they need? How trusting are they? How willing are they? What happens is we are the ones shutting ourselves down. And who cares why? Who cares why? Who cares what the backstory is? Because at this moment, no amount of excavating is going to make a difference unless we choose to stop the traumatizing, to consciously bring our attention to changing that response. That's the invitation, I think, right now. And I think that's where we're growing. I think we're growing in this way to be able to be more open, right? How can we radiate this loving energy? Think about that. It's not just love. We talk about love as though it's a thing, like, oh, it's a pen, it's love. No, love is all encompassing. It's a way of being. We are loving, and it's a verb, and it's an adjective. It is all of these things. It is an embodiment. It's also a noun. I mean, it is all the parts of speech. We are loving capital L, right? It is a proper verb. We are being brought into this way of being so that we can hold this energy. We can allow it to emerge out in and through us. We don't have to have it all together. My God, I don't have it all together every day. And I think I make that abundantly clear, right? Like some days I'm a hot mess, and other days. But the key is, are we willing? Am I willing? Some days, you know what? I just need something salty and crunchy, right? And so what am I doing? I go and I grab something, and then the next day I have the thing, and the next day I'm thinking, I really like salty, crunchy food. There's got to be a better way. And so I started looking. Pinterest is amazing. It can be, food porn for sure. Like that could trigger some stuff. I got to eat all this stuff. Or you can look at it and go in and find exactly what you're looking for. And I have been able to find some amazing things that I can make and do that are not triggering for my system. And one of the things for me, I mean, sugar, yes, I have not been on sugar for, I think 16 or 17 years. And now it's wheat. Wheat gets me going. Like it just does. And then any carb that's really mixed with, crunchy and oily, lot of fat on it. So what I do is I really work to be clear. And so one of the things that I love that I forgot about is seeds. Like I started eating seeds. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's easy. A little handful of seeds, not even a handful, a palmful of seeds will do me. Pepitas or sunflower seeds. It's amazing. Just that little bit of crunch, or I add them to my sandwich, or I add them to something, and I'm like, oh, this is so satisfying. For me, I need crunch. Crunch is something that matters to me. It sounds so dumb, but if I want to stay engaged on what's working for me, I have to find the things that I need, right? And I have to find them in ways that align. It's kind of like at work, if you work with a bunch of toxic people, which some of us have done, right? You can either focus on how toxic they are and how much you have to deal with their toxicity, or you shore up what works for you and you go, you know what? I'm going to set my intention for the day. I'm going to focus on my work. I'm going to avoid triggers that bring me into those conversations. And maybe during lunch, instead of joining these people who are gossiping over here, I'm going to watch a podcast that excites and titillates my joy of life, right? Those are all choices. That is bringing us into that alignment. I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys, I'm just checking to see if there's anything I'm missing. So I wanted to talk about that today. And I think the more that we pay attention to what's happening to us physically, or the people in our lives that are having physical symptoms, whether it's illness or I know that Brianna, your uncle, has been having some hard times. There is a lot going on collectively, right? And so how do we breathe in and with all of these people if what we're doing is we're so concerned about ourselves? If we are living in fear, if we're living in it's okay to not like myself, but I'll be here for all y'all. But for this vessel, it's garbage. It's just like, it doesn't work like that. So we practice allowing this love to come in, and we don't have to believe it. We just breathe into it and let our whole being, our consciousness, our physical, our energetic being acclimate to what it feels like to be in and of this divine loving force. That it's already a part of who we are. We are waking up to it. We are coming into that alignment. And so it's my hope that that's helpful for all of you. All y'all, I don't know. Every now and then my dad just takes over my body. I don't know, all y'all. And we will do some meditation today, of course. We'll breathe together. And last Saturday, we had a group that got together live and in person. It wasn't as many people, which is fine. There was a lot going on. So there were those of us who joined together in person and those who joined on their own with the meditation that was done on Saturday. And I will just say this, is that when we are in connection, when we are opening and experiencing this, whether it's physically in person or not, we are doing really, really powerful work. And when we experience it in another, it becomes easier to trust that that's true for us. When I first started channeling, I would come back, like my consciousness would be coming back into my body, and I'd be in this weird holding, kind of limbo place. I'm not in my body yet. I'm out here. But I had the ability to notice all of the people in the audience in their essence, the vibration of them, this beautiful energetic expression of each and every person. And it was, this effervescent energy. It looked like everybody looked like a clear bottle of 7-Up, really good fresh bottle of 7-Up just bubbling. And some were golden, some were like crystalline blue and silver, and some were kind of a combination. and just really vibrating and really, really effervescent. And I remember feeling like looking at all of these beings as I'm coming back in and going, gosh, beautiful, just beautiful. And feeling so much love just exude from my body to everybody in the audience. And it was like 4 or 5 times before I could let it into my head that if that's what the audience looked like, maybe that's what I was like. Maybe that was true of me. And it was like this, like, it wasn't even a light switch. It was like a complete hard reset of my entire experience of me. And still, I mean, that's what, 6 years ago? And here I am, I'm now attending to this physical form. I'm tending to it in a loving manner. Loving, listening, connecting, feeling, breathing with, touching, honoring, having reverence of this body that gets me through every day. And appreciating it, appreciating, washing it through. That's what we have. That's the invitation. And I think that's going to likely be part of our focus this week as we think about what we're learning, what we're growing into. The final thing before we get to the meditation, because we're right at that time, is that I have a book club. I know I have done a craptastic job marketing this, but we have a few people signed up. It starts tonight, and it's on the book. Of course, I don't have it right here because, see, I'm not a good marketer this week. I don't know. It's on Braving the Wilderness by Brene Brown. And it's not just a book club. We are going to be doing, it's going to be a personal exploration. We're going to be doing coaching with it, group coaching. You don't have to have problems to do this. It's like, what are we emerging into? Where is it we're seeking that experience and that knowing of that we belong? This is the question that we're going to be exploring and more. So if you are called to that, just know that I'm extending the early bird to tomorrow. We're going to do the kickoff tonight, but even if you don't sign up and can't make it tonight, don't worry about it. I'm recording it. And our first call will be on Monday. And we do Mondays from 6:30 to 8. And if you miss one, I record them. You have access to them. There will be an online course with questions and a couple of activities to help drive this. But I really, 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 if you are called to it, you're going to know. You're just going to know. Maybe that's why I don't spend a ton of time marketing, but you're going to know. Just pull yourself right in and say, I want to be a part of this. And then the other thing that just keeps coming up, I think I might be going back to doing podcast. I have my own podcast. If you haven't listened to it, it's thenewlightworker.com. So I'll type that in. I haven't posted since I found I was pregnant, so that gives you an idea. But I'm feeling called to start doing that work. So if you want to go out and listen, just know that I feel like there's the move to expand beyond Facebook to be some of the social media into different platforms is really important right now. To be able to continue to support people where they want to be connected. And I think that's really important. So just a heads up, maybe mid-October, I'll be doing my first one back. So, which would be 3 years to the day of when I started. I think I started in September and my first podcast was the beginning of October. I know, right? So yay, podcast. So it'll be interesting for sure. So I'm excited. Let's see, I think that's all the news. So if you are interested in the book club, I'm going to type this in so you guys can do this because otherwise I will forget. NeaClare.com and go to courses. And you can use the code EARLYBIRD. And if you have any problems, let me know. That'll take $20 off. you do that. So if you have any problems, let me know, but I'll be around today to fix that. We start tonight at 6:30 if you can make it. Otherwise, don't worry if you can't. You'll get all the information and we'll get started next week. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about this. And I picked up the book again and started reading. I'm like, of course, it's so timely right now. It's so timely. So let's connect in. It's definitely women's work right now to be able to do this energy of feminine coming through. So there we go. So shall we breathe? Shall we meditate, everyone? Shall we connect in together? I feel like that's going to be our work. And let's, I think we'll do something maybe, I'm going to guess it's going to be a little bit different, but let's connect our energies and as we go in and set our intention, let's set a collective intention for our willingness, our opening to honoring and loving this physical body. And if you're having any aches, pains, illness, for yourself or others, let's just let that come up and be like, the way I like to think of it is like you wrap a package with the most beautiful, beautiful bows, with the most beautiful ornamental, whatever you put on these gorgeous packages. You know, the people who do that, they get the tissue paper just right. You know, those people. But imagine that you're that person. Imagine you're Martha Stewart doing gifts and, you know, making them beautiful. And I want you to imagine just giving that gift to Spirit, to God, as we go through, and trust that you're going to get back everything that you need, everything that you're longing for. This is the way that we are already working with Spirit. We're just doing it in a very unconscious, unorganized way. So we may as well just bring our attention to it. So let's go ahead and do that. Hello, everybody. All right. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. And just allow yourself to breathe in through your nose. And out fully through your nose. And this will relax your body and your mind. And allow that breath to go in. Imagine that you feel it going in, down past your throat, into your lungs, down past your lungs, into your upper abdomen and into your lower abdomen, softening. Where we tend to hold and tighten, where we tend to hold and tighten in our chest, where we tend to hold and tighten in our throat. We're going to breathe in again. Soft and gentle. If you find yourself pushing or feeling that tightness, just move to what's easier. If breathing through your mouth is easier, this isn't about making life hard because you have to breathe right. Breathing is not the problem. Your body knows how to breathe and how to get what it needs. It's our mind and our emotions that get in the way. Panicking that maybe there isn't enough air, or that if we breathe in fully, that we'll feel something or experience something. It's okay. Just meet your body, meet yourself where you are. Soft and loving, gentle. Imagine that you're breathing in light into your body, into this beautiful vessel that is you. As you breathe in this light, feeling love and appreciation, move into every cell of your body. The hundreds of thousands, millions of cells opening to receive this love, to receive the appreciation, opening, making breathing so much easier. Appreciation, the vibration of appreciation is exponential. For every one thought, one action, one breath, it grows exponentially in impact, opening, expanding, relaxing. And we breathe. As you breathe in, following the breath right past your thoughts, right past your emotions, that still quiet place within. And relax. Breathing in, feeling your attention and awareness fall back away from your thoughts, from the busyness of your mind, as though you're floating away, landing in a big pile of goose down or on a cloud or in the arms of your angels, landing softly, gently in the stillness. And as you breathe, your attention fully immersed in this experience of quiet, of being. And you breathe. This experience is always available to you. Choosing your breath is a choice for your life, for your light, for loving yourself, loving your body, loving the world that you are in. It brings you to you, you that is one with the infinite, open, ready, willing. Is in this spaciousness that you experience the vast expanse of all that is. Your mind seeking edges in your experience, awakening you to edgelessness. As your mind comes to what it imagines to be an end, your breath extends it farther. There is no end. There is no beginning. And you feel your connection in this. And breathe. Bringing to mind all of your thoughts and concerns, your desires, your dreams, your wishes, relating to your physical form. Letting them all spill out. And then begin to wrap them into the most beautiful package Something that you yourself, if you looked upon this package, you could not wait to open it. When you're ready, you let it go. Watching it drift out, outward from you, moving out, away, into the field, until it is nothing, until it merges with the infinite. And you open yourself to all of the gifts that you will receive. The answers, the ideas, the inspiration flowing to you effortlessly. Feeling your connection with Spirit wash over you. A wash in divine love. Awakening you in this moment to your wholeness. Vibrating in the truth of you. Breathe and gently bring your attention to your physical body. Noticing with gentle attention. Noticing all of the functions. All that is happening in this now moment. Opening your awareness, your senses, your energy, that you experience it all in this moment. The exchange of energy and minerals, the chemical responses that allow every cell to open, to close, the oxygenation, the digestion, all of this occurring without your thoughts. Every part of you working in divine order. Allowing your full attention, all of you, to experience this. To see, to feel, to sense the force of life that moves through your body every second, through every cell. And it all allows you to be here now. It's your force of life, your vessel. And let us breathe in the energy of appreciation. Appreciating this function. Appreciating the wisdom that resides in this body, that is waking up and speaking with us, showing us, teaching us. And we breathe, reconnecting more fully in love and appreciation with this body, honoring all that it provides for us. And we breathe. And as we bring our attention gently outward from our physical form, we merge immediately into our energy field. There's no line of separation between the physical and the energetic. They merge together. They mix together. It is one. And the energy field informs the physical. The vibration speaks to every cell that has been made into form. And it is this energy field that is our connection with the world around us, allows us to experience other fully and completely, trusting in our knowing, in our senses, in our sensations that move in and through us. Raising our awareness of trust in our own knowing. As we breathe, we feel our vibration working with our physical body, lightening it, expanding between the cells, creating space for wisdom, for knowing, for connection. And we breathe. Breathe and experience all of life, all of the creatures, all of the beings, all of the forms moving in and through our vessel, allowing our resonance with the divine, with God, be our gatekeeper, drawing to us all that we need, people, resources, ideas, inspiration, flowing effortlessly to us. All we need do is say yes, trusting in our resonance that all that is coming to us is for our good as it resonates with the divine. And we breathe. Feeling our attention beneath our feet, we feel the love of the mother, cord that connects us to the very core of this planet. Her love rises up, guiding, filling, affirming our humanity, our nature, our beingness, rising up warm and red, surrounding and moving in and between every particle of our being. Softening, aligning our vibration to feel her love. For many, this is grounding. It is to feel of the earth, to feel connection. And yet our connection has always been. We are coming into awareness that we are always in connection. We are always of the mother. And she is always of us. She provides for us all that we need, and we honor her in our vibration, in our willingness to be open in our vessel, open to all that she provides, awake to our place, and awake to the harmony that is enlivening our vessel. We breathe with her. We breathe with all of life. We breathe with ourselves. We are all one. And in this experience, we raise our attention to our connection with the quantum field. We are open like a flower in the field, open to receive the light of spirit, the light of the Christ consciousness that breathed us into form. Our beingness but a speck in the grand spectrum of life. And we are here, breathing in and receiving the light, flowing effortlessly into our vessel. We receive it and we breathe it into every cell of our being. In and between every cell, every particle that is our vessel. And we surrender all that we know ourselves to be. Breathing in, we expand, receiving the light. Feeling the stretch as we grow and expand, allowing this light to fill us to capacity. And in the exhale, the barriers diminish and we become light, allowing it to move through us, radiating outward into the world, into the consciousness of humanity, into all of life. And we experience what it is to be breathed, feeling the gentle pull in to oneness, into the connection with life, with love, with source. And in the exhale, letting go completely. We are a channel of love. Every cell in this vessel enlivened and acclimated to this loving force that is the Christ consciousness, awakening and shaping every thought, every breath, every electrical impulse, the vibration of every cell. We breathe. We are breathed. Allowing the light to move in and through us effortlessly. Witnessing and feeling and experience the light of many around this planet. Feeling our energy fields, our vessels connect. and our light, brighter than 10,000 suns. We shine, radiating divine love into the consciousness of humanity, awakening the strength, the honoring, the blessing that is every living being. And we breathe this in harmony. Harmony awakening in the consciousness of humanity. What is good for life is good for all. And what is good for all is life-giving. And we come to resonate in this, allowing it to shape, realign, clarify our mental body, our emotional body. Ha! 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 Beloved breathers, we are waking your vessel, waking you from the stupor of your mental body. Understand that it has served its purpose in many ways. But what was designed to build connection has created its own prison, its own cage, dear ones. Ha 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 ha. This is not laughter, but a clearing method. You may choose to do this as well. Ha 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 ha. Clearing your vessel, allowing your body to come into greater vibrational alignment with the allowing of spirit to move in and through you. In this now moment, embodying the fullness of your light, of your being, of who you are. Many of you have allowed yourself to be in this moment and then depart. And as you depart, you are saying this that you are experiencing now is other. It is not you. It is an idea of you. It is an experience that comes and goes that you must touch and release. And we are reminding you in this now precious and beautiful moment that this isn't of you. This is who you are, dear ones. Ha! 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 Clear. Come out of your thoughts. Come out of your mental body and be in this vessel. As you do, you will see how much more clear you are. You see, clearing, it moves in and through you. in and through, allowing you to be more open, to allow the light to flow. The light is not as you would see the light here or the sun. It is physical. It is like air that is solid. It has matter. It has substance. It moves in and through and out. Feel this now in your body. Feel this now in who you are. Carry this with you, dear ones. And when you find yourself in the habit of separation, in the habit of othering, come to your breath. Find your way. There is nothing that you are not. There is nothing that you are not. Breathe and be. We honor and bless you in the love and light of universal spirit that you are, all that you are, all that we are with you. Do not wait until you understand or until the trust emerges in your consciousness. Practice, acclimate, and trust that this will be the way that you know yourself to be, awake to you in every moment. Breathe and allow yourself to gently take in this vibration, allowing every cell, every bit of your vessel to know this experience, to recognize the vibration, the attention in and of your vessel, in and of who you are. Allow yourself to clear this energy. One of the things that I'm being drawn to do is to raise my shoulders and allow it to push that air fully out of my lungs. Really letting your shoulders drop and flow, letting it clear. And you might find yourself coughing today. You also might find that you are feeling on occasion a little sad or a little upset. Really breathe. This isn't what you like what your mind would say is something that you have to attend to. You do not have to attend to this. What you need to do is just to breathe with it. Find yourself that clearing, the ha 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 ha. I feel that. Like there's something very important about that. And I'm going to be practicing that today as well. It's a an opening technique. It like moves all the way, all the way, all the way. And not just in and through our physical, but outward. Very Very different. Very different. Carol, you said, thank you, Nia. I had a very difficult conversation with my sister right before today's meditation. I was holding so much and was able to let it go. Yeah, like in our breath, we hold, in our bodies, we are holding, and we're holding stories, we're holding trauma. And right now, all around the planet, but very much in the United States, we are at a juncture of seeing how trauma has shaped this nation, shaped our culture, shaped our relationships with ourselves, shaped the story of who we are, and how we have perpetuated our sense of power with and over each other. I encourage you to allow yourself to breathe into this, to be with it, and to realize when and how we are creating trauma in our being. We have choices about what that looks like. And we can counter that not with, I'm going to like myself and being just positive. It's really making a choice to say, today I am at odds with my body, but I'm going to choose to be loving to the best of my ability, to the best of my ability, and open myself. And when we are open, when we are fully open, we are open with each other and for each other. It's beautiful. Brianna, you said, I saw us all in a circle. Angela handed you a rose. You sent it up. Then these bluish beings came out of the light and placed diamonds like crystals in each person's chakras. Yeah. I have seen these beings, and I have seen the diamond energy that you're speaking of. I think that's pretty amazing that you're seeing that, and it's very affirming. And I will tell you that you don't have to believe it, because I will tell you 9 times out, I will tell you, and I mean this, like sometimes I'm like, really? Even if it's my own experience, really? But then there's this like overriding knowing that comes in, and I realize me taking the time to make sure I understand or make sure it's real is too slow. This is powerful work. And we're waking up to not do it for anyone, but to do it with this planet, to do it with humanity. And we are not the only ones doing this. So the more we open to it, the more we are willing, the more there will be.